stayed until 5:30. I had 30 minutes of PTO, and I took it just to get away from the traffic. Right? Was tempted to leave even earlier than that because they put me at a station where the damn fan wasn't on a trajectory of the worker at the station, And fortunately, the manager was like, okay, I found a station for you. Here you go. And I was like, oh, thank you. Because I'm telling you, the temperature had gotten over, I guess it was over 65. And I don't know how hot it was inside the warehouse. I don't know how hot my body was getting, having to, constantly try to catch up, because of the malfunctionings, of the equipment and stuff on the floor and the rag lights, yeah. Because if you ain't paying attention to a rag light, it can jack you up. Make you think you done moved on to the next pick, and no, you have not. So I have things to do this week, and I'm okay with that. As long as it gets done. I've been trying to figure out, what would be the best way to get some of this stuff done. But, we'll see. Wow, this is the first time I ever had earplugs playing in my ear, and I'm doing a recording. What is going on here? Woo! Okay, so I cannot even tell you the 3 times where the pain had been intensified. I'm telling you, that pain came on so sudden and was so sharp that it had me really feeling like, I was under, some kind of mystical attack. Yeah. But, I had to rebuke it and, return to sender, yeah. The other times, I just sort of, wanted to see, just how far the pain would get, because, I got a high tolerance where it seemed like, I was ready to go home. I was ready to go home. But, you know. But here's the thing. I did the whole shift, right? Took off 30 minutes early, to avoid some of the traffic. And, as I was leaving, I did not suffer any pain. Right? And I'm going to tell you, there are some people that are truly demonic. I'm telling you, they are truly demonic. And, these Agent Smiths will fuck you up. Okay? Damn it. So once you get attacked by an Agent Smith, then other Agent Smiths, it's like they know where you're at, they know who you are, and they will game stalk you. Yeah. I mean, at one point I had returned to sender so hard, so vicious, that the people that I suspected were a part of this gang stalking, they kind of disappeared. They moved out the way. They had to go and, regroup. So, there was no doubt in my mind after that who those people were, right? And my thought was, it should not be any doubt in their mind who I am, right? But actually, these people, they really seem to be very impulsive, right? They don't think about what they do. They don't think about the consequences of the things that they do. And therefore, these are people that could be drowning, right? And they'll still want to attack someone. Yes. Shit. So anyway, I think I'm gonna follow this truck home. It's riding with his flashers on, and I think that would be cool for me. That way I don't have to, speed my way on home. But I'm telling you, sometimes I feel like some of these people, they'll follow you into the bathroom. Yes, they will. They will follow you into the bathroom. But see, they don't know me when I get reckless. They won't know me. Because, I'm seeming like a very sweet, conscientious type of Gentile person. For the most part. I do. I get downright devilish. I do. I get downright devilish. That's because Saturn dominates my chart, right? Even though I have a Kamisi, in Taurus Gemini. And I just, I can't tell you how many times, it bothers me that they think, oh, well, we know her chart. She's a Gemini Taurus. It's just like, yeah, but did you know I was born under a Kamisi? They don't know what a Kamisi is, so it doesn't matter. You have to just let some people, live and learn. Live and learn. Not to mention, like I said, not to mention my chart, even though I'm a Gemini Taurus, Sun and Ascendant, Saturn dominates my chart, right? I can't even tell you how many times, I listen to the Capricorn reads, and it's just like, oh my gosh, that's happening to me. It resonates with me, and it just blows my mind how many Capricorns are looking at me like, how? You're not a Capricorn. You're not a Cappy, And I'm like, that's a cap. You trying to cap on me. If you knew my chart, then you wouldn't be saying what you said. But yeah, I felt the Capricorn come out in me today. And I'm telling you, I got a little reckless in spirit. I did. I got a little reckless in spirit. And when I got finished being a little reckless, I looked up and wasn't nobody around me. I was like, okay, cool. That's cool. Chicken motherfucker ran for shelter. Don't come around here no more with that shit. I don't know very many Capricorns that actually have to do rituals. I was surprised. I did meet one lady who was a Capricorn, and she said she does rituals. And I told her, I said, you don't have to do rituals. You're a Capricorn. And she kind of looked at me like, what? I said, yeah. You can literally do your spell work without rituals. But, she wasn't really an astrologer. She was trying to get into astrology just a little bit. Just a little bit. Right? And, she was more into Santa I mean, I'm not understand. Well, those of little faith, yeah. So I came out. When I came out of the building, it was 60 degrees. I've been traveling for a few minutes. It's now 57 degrees. It's 57 degrees. So yeah. Turn this off because I have a feeling my battery is draining faster than normal. Because normally I would be at about 14, 15%, 13%. Today I'm at 9% battery. Yes. So maybe I was going a little bit faster than usual, but I don't see how. Because, well, it did only take me 30 minutes to get here. So yeah, I guess I was traveling a little bit faster than normal. So anyway, just so that I'll have an evening, download as I give you these little tidbits of my chart. Okay? But I did want to talk about how bad spell work and getting blood on your hands, it can drain your life force. And if you do it too often, you will become, an energy vampire. Okay? And see, and that's something else that people don't quite have a grasp of, right? The masculine in you is the positive. It's the right side of your brain. The negative source is like your DC, the left side of your brain. So when people say that you have both masculine and feminine, in you, but you dominate on one side, even those people say would have maybe have a left side dominant brain, because they live in America, and people have taught their children to be a right brain thinker. You're taught to write with your right hand. You're taught to drive on the right side of the road. Give the right of way to that person that's on the right of you. Because I think a lot of people struggle with that. And then, you also have to consider, your planetary placements. The summation of your planetary placements will determine whether you're a feminine or a masculine soul, right? And even, my favorite, TikToker, He will tell people, to stop calling, women females, right? But, spiritual people, we may look at people in terms of masculine or feminine, regardless of their gender. Which, goes back into what I was talking about earlier, where I was talking about communication bias, or definition generalization. Okay, we're all guilty of it. Even those eloquent in speech, have their lazy days. Yeah. So I did want to add that onto this video. Eventually I'm going to edit the videos, and clip out, some of these, spiritual content and stick them on, my other channel, right? Because it's very important to understand, how, diet can not only affect your health, but also affect your spirituality. Wow, I didn't even see that guy. He walked out there so fast. So anyway, now I'm ready to say goodbye. Goodbye.